Hi, I'm Jeye. I'm here at Goodwill Park for the dedication of 5 newly planted trees as part of the 300th celebration of Holliston's anniversary. Kathy, can you tell us a little bit about the tree dedication ceremony?
This is a very exciting day because it celebrates Holliston's initiative to plant 3 trees to celebrate our 300th celebration, and it's also our first Tree City Arbor Day celebration.
And how many trees are being dedicated?
Celebrate Holliston has donated 3, Marcaronian has donated 1, and then Chris from Superette has donated the 5th tree.
And is it 3 trees for 300 years?
3 trees, 1 year, 1 tree per 100 years.
That's fantastic. Thank you. Okay, Sharon, can you tell us how Holliston came to be involved in Tree City USA?
Yes, when they cut down all the trees at 555, we decided that maybe we should look into protecting our trees in town. So the Garden Club Tree Spotters Group, which I'm the chair of, went to the Town Select Board on November 21st and asked them if we could look for becoming a Tree City. It's an Arbor Day, Tree City USA. And they unanimously said yes. So that's how it started.
How did we qualify for Tree City USA?
Well, in order to qualify, there were 4 things that you had to do. One, you had to have $2 per capita for tree care and for purchasing. The town had to have a tree department or a tree board. The town had to have a yearly Arbor Day celebration with a tree proclamation on Arbor Day. And the town must have a bylaw or ordinance protecting the public.
Joan, can you tell us a little bit about Arbor Day?
Well, the Garden Club actually became involved with Arbor Day in 1953. That was the year we planted our first tree. And since then, we've planted over 71 trees around town.
That's amazing. So what kinds of trees do we have here today?
So right over here, we have a paperbark maple. That is not a native tree. And then the next 2 are serviceberry, also known as amelanchier, and they are native. They are really important for wildlife. They are early flowering, which is great for early pollinators, and they produce berries later in the season, which is an important food source for our birds.
That's wonderful. So can you tell us who helped make this happen?
Well, Sharon was pretty involved in this.
Well, we've been doing Arbor Day since, at least through 2010 we started a group that I'm in, the Tree Spotters, and we've been doing Arbor Day every year. And then because we became a Tree City, the whole town was involved. So Kathy from the 300th committee talked to me about it, and we got together, and here we are.
That's great. How do people get involved? How can you encourage people to get involved in the Garden Club or Tree Spotters?
Well, the Garden Club website is a good place to start. We are involved with many aspects of town, not just in planting, but also in providing programs for our youth, and also programs that the public are welcome to attend for our Garden Club. I would start looking at the website and do a little research that way, and also our application is on there.
Great.
We have, actually right now we have an Arbor Day display at the Holliston Library. And in the children's area, we actually have leaves of trees. There's 9 of them, and you can try and figure out what the leaf is, and then there's a leaf with the name on it that you can put on the puzzle so you can find out what the actual tree is by the leaf.
That's great.
I also want to say that every year the Garden Club for Arbor Day, they do put on a display at the library.
Good to know. Thanks very much. Thanks, Joan. Thanks, Sharon.
Thank you.
Thanks.
My name is Kathy Shore, and on behalf of the 300th Committee, Celebrate Holliston, along with Joanne Costello, Lisa Deering, and Teresa Lampkin, we'd like to welcome you to this very exciting 2024 Arbor Day celebration, and first of hopefully very many Tree City USA awards. One of the many Celebrate Holliston 300 initiatives that was selected by the Select Board, suggested by the Select Board, was to plant trees here in Holliston, along with a lot of extensive work with the Garden Club, specifically the Tree Spotters. We decided that the best way to represent this town would be 1 tree per 300 years. That kind of grew, and in addition, Mark Aronian donated a 4th tree, and Chris from Superette donated the 5th tree that's down here in the parking lot. So thank you to them. Plus, Mark and his company designed this garden, and along with the other garden that's just been planted over here to the side, and helped us pick out the best trees for this area along with the tree spotter. So thank you very much to Aronian Landscaping. We couldn't do anything in this town without you guys. So, all right. I would like to introduce from the Garden Club, Joan Butler and Sharon Thornton, and they're going to talk to you a little bit about Arbor Day, why it's so important, and Tree City, USA. Thank you.
Arbor Day is a holiday that celebrates the planting, upkeep, and preservation of trees. Arbor Day was started by Julius Sterling Morton on January 4th, 1872. It was proposed as a tree holiday to be called Arbor Day at a meeting of the Nebraska State Board of Agriculture. The first Arbor Day celebration was April 10th, 1872. 1 million trees were planted in Nebraska that day. It is celebrated on the last Friday in April in most states. The act of planting a tree represents the future, the belief that the tree will grow to provide us with clean air, water, cooling shade, habitat for wildlife, healthier communities, and endless natural beauty, all for a better tomorrow. Holliston Garden Club tree spotters approached the Select Board on November 21st, 2022, to work with us to become an Arbor Day Tree City, USA. The vote was a unanimous yes. 4 things were needed to accomplish this. The town must reserve at least $2 per capita for tree care and purchase. The town must have a tree department or a tree board. The town must have a yearly celebration for Arbor Day with a tree proclamation to be read at the Arbor Day celebration. The town must have a bylaw or an ordinance protecting public trees. The Holliston Garden Club Tree Spotters Group worked hard to educating the town on the value of our trees. We appeared on HCAT TV. We wrote many articles for the Holliston Reporter. We put up information around town on our website, on the town's website, and had a large Arbor Day display at the Holliston Library. In October of 2023, the tree bylaw passed. In December of 2023, the application was sent to the DCR, the Massachusetts Department of Conservation and Recreation, and was approved to be sent on to the Arbor Day Foundation for their approval. Holliston today is officially an Arbor Day Tree City. Being a tree city recognizes our town's commitment to ensuring that our forests and trees are maintained, sustainably managed, and duly celebrated. Promotional items are awarded to Tree City USA communities, including a flag, road signs, plaque, to be displayed proudly around town. These will remind residents and visitors that our community has earned the honor of Tree City. The Department of Conservation and Recreation gives preference to grant applicants that are from Tree City communities. I want to thank the townspeople, for supporting our becoming a Tree City USA. It could not have been accomplished without your support. On that note, the Holliston Garden Club Tree Spotters is sponsoring a free tree talk on identifying trees in the landscape tomorrow at 1 at the Senior Center. It is our way of saying thank you. Also, check out our Arbor Day display at the library and take the tree leaf test in the children's room on the table. Now we're trying to do significant trees, and you can go to our website and nominate a tree. Thank you.
Good job. Thank you, Sharon. 1953 marks the year that the Holliston Garden Club planted their first tree in celebration of Arbor Day. We have planted in many locations around town, at all the schools, at Goodwill Park, Blair Square, at town cemeteries, at the golf course, along the rail trail, at churches and town buildings, including the senior center, the police station, and the moon tree is actually planted at the police station, at the library, and at town hall. And in honor of the club's 90th anniversary and the town's 300th anniversary, the Garden Club is working on planting at town hall using all native plants. We plan to have it designated as a pollinator pathway, and a pollinator pathway is any private or public pesticide-free corridor of native plants that provide nutrition and habitat for pollinating insects and for birds. The shrubs will be planted in time for the town parade on May 11th. And as for the perennials, we're working with the environmental club at the high school. The students are growing perennials there from seed, and we hope to be able to plant them out in June. And actually, we're very grateful to the environmental club and their advisor for their willingness and just jumping right in and helping us out with this project. And that's about it. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Garden Club, so much. I'd like to invite Chair Board Select Person John Cronin up to read our official proclamation. And since we are talking about trees and saving trees, he has this electronically on his phone right now. So thank you.
That's right. Good afternoon, everyone. No trees were eliminated as a result of this proclamation. Thank you. Hello, everybody. I'm John Cronin, Chair of the Select Board in Holliston. On behalf of my peers, Tina Hine, Ben Sparrow, we would like to thank you and the Garden Club for bringing us today to this wonderful occasion. I remember the meeting, and I can't remember all the names of the folks we met with a couple of years ago when this was dreamed up. I remember Barbara Gardner was at the table. It's a great improvement for the town of Holliston to have this kind of a benefit in this beautiful new space that we've designed for the community's enjoyment. This past Wednesday we met and we signed off on the following proclamation. I'll read it aloud. Or try. Whereas Arbor Day is observed throughout the nation and the world, and whereas trees can be a solution to combating climate change by reducing the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, cutting heating and cooling costs, moderating the temperature, cleaning the air, producing life-giving oxygen, and providing habitat for wildlife, and whereas trees are a renewable resource, giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products, and whereas trees in our city increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community, and whereas trees, wherever they are planted, are a source of joy and spiritual renewal. I, John Cronin, Chair of the Select Board in Holliston, do hereby proclaim April 26, 2024 as Arbor Day in the town of Holliston. We support all citizens to celebrate Arbor Day and to support efforts to protect our environment and woodlands, and I urge all citizens to plant trees to gladden the heart and promote the well-being of this and future generations. On this day, 24th of April, 2024, Select Board Chair John Cronin, Vice Chair Tina Hine, Clerk Ben Sparrow, Town of Holliston, congratulations, and thank you very much for all of your hard work to bring this today. It's a beautiful space. Thank you. Kathy. Thank you so much.
Thank you, John. I'd like to invite our Boy Scout troop, Pack 47, to come up here next to me, please, along with your cups of water. In lieu of taking out shovels from our trunks and shoveling this beautifully already landscaped trees, we are going to make a toast. That's why you have your cup of water. You can take any of these trees here, including all the ones behind me, and we're going to have our toast. The best friend on earth of man is the tree. When we use the tree respectfully and economically, we have one of the greatest resources on earth. They clean our air and water, provide habitat for wildlife, connect communities, and support our health and well-being. May the trees we have planted, celebrating Holliston's 300th celebration, our first Tree City Award, Arbor Day 2024, may they grow strong and tall. Cheers. Cheers. Please come and cheer our trees. Give them a toast. And thank you guys so much for coming. We really appreciate it. And whoever was in charge of weather today, can you make sure May 11th it looks this good too for our parade? Thank you.
For Heartbeat of Holliston, I'm Ann Jeye.